So considering history or in startup or any business, there are 4 things, or the rule I call is 4 W's and 1 H, which is who, why, when, where, and H is the how. If you are able to answer all these things, mostly you will find the answers. And now we are at the Ellora well, which is my next expedition, where we will be seeing about the whole 4 W's and 1 H, and we'll be clearly seeing what exactly is according to the ASI, that is Archaeology Survey of India. So it's going to be with proof, because you know the comments, without the proof I know what it gets. So yeah, let's see what happens there. So as I did mention in the previous video where we talked about the 4 W's and 1 H in the expedition, so we are finally here at the Kailasa Mandir, which is over 1000 years old, and considering the one of the monolithic structures or the architecture you could say, which is built top to bottom, which is hand being cut from top to bottom, which is over 1000 years old, and also it has all the advanced drain systems and also acoustics or the acoustics, whatever you call it. The echoes are so perfect and they are made. And if you consider the height, which is 100 feet, to give a precise idea, Parthens in Athens is 45 feet, and this is double of it, which is 100 feet. So yeah, let's answer the next question. And coming back to a little bit of science, the question comes is what kind of rock it is made. So coming to a bit of high school science, it's made of basalt rock, which is a volcanic rock. And yes, when I say volcanic rock, it is pretty precisely strong. So which means this is made of basalt rock, which is volcanic rock. And then the question comes is how strong is it? So we have a scale called as MOHS, Mohs scale, which says the strength of each mineral. So when you consider diamond, it sits on the 10, and basalt is 6 to 7. And considering the rock on the Mohs scale, it sits between 7 to 8. So which means it is pretty hard, and it has been cut from top to bottom, which is monolithic architecture, which is more fascinating than what we think. So yeah, let's see. So you can imagine, if you're going to build a pillar like this, it has to be from top to bottom, and the 4 sides has to be cut down precisely. And they say that it has been done by hammer and chisel, which is CHISCL. So the question is, how did they do that? And yes, ASI Archaeology Survey of India did put out the 2 places where it has been found how it was built, and yeah, it is pretty fascinating, the whole pillar. And even you can see the faces has been done, and due to the invasions and colonization, they were broke down, but not completely. So yeah, this deface was done, but not completely. Considering sound has been a lot of importance when it comes to starting out from science, that is electromagnetic waves, to the the meditation and everything. Sound has always been an important part. And now considering the Ellora caves echo property, and to be precise, in Ellora, or to be more precise, Kailasa Mandir, the echo properties are more precise, which means each part of the mandapa or the hallway, mandapa to explain, it is pretty simply where education things happen and knowledge transfer happens in temples. So considering every mandapa, the sound echoes properly, and each and every place or the hall is designed in such a way that the sound is absorbed and sometimes echoed in certain frequency, and it has also been clearly given and evident enough. So yeah, echoes or the sound has been given important property. And you can see there are multiple mandapas or the multiple halls, and it's amazing. As I said about the mandapa, which is a hall where education or the knowledge transfer happens, and now this is something more beautiful or precisely carved, that is the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. If you consider, just like there are multiple mandapas, we can say this is called as the Nandi Mandapa. And when you consider the Nandi Mandapa, you can see there are precisely more carvings, and you can see the faces, which showcases Mahabharata and Ramayana. And this is the whole Nandi Mandapa. So yeah, it's pretty great, to be precise, because you had to design an architecture which starts off with the mandapa, and then you have other Nandi Mandapa, and then you have the echo property which has been clearly made to absorb sound, and also it can echo sound as required. So yeah. So coming to the inscriptions, there are 2 inscriptions that we found, which I have tried to find it on YouTube and other places, but I could not. But Archaeology Survey of India, yes, there we could find it. That is, one is the Rashtrakuta Dantidurga, and this was written in the mandapa behind of cave 15, which is attributed to Krishna 1. And then the second inscription that we were able to find was a copper plate grant from Baroda, the period of Karka 2, which speaks about the great temple which was built. So in these 2 descriptions, we are able to find about the Kailasa Mandir, and the first description that I said, which was attributed to Krishna 1 in the cave 15 behind the mandapa. He is one of the successor and uncle of Dantidurga, to be precise. So yeah, we have 2 inscriptions of this temple, which means yes, we have a little bit of evidence that this has been built by someone. So yeah, this is an amazing marvel, to be honest. Yeah. Now we are over 100 feet at the top of the cliff, so we are able to see the Kailasa Mandir from the top view, which is this, which is over 100 feet. And then if you are trying to observe, you can see different mandapas, which is the Nandi Mandapa and the small mandapa, and of course the main tomb. And even if you see the architecture, to be precise, we have 4 Nandis sitting there, the hump, and even each and every thing has been precisely made.